Good afternoon, Martin here from Dynamo Boxing, South Croydon. Now, I'm forever wrapping my boxers' hands, showing people how to wrap, and wrapping my personal training clients' hands that want to do boxing orientated training. Some of the interpretations of the wrapping that I show are frankly diabolical, so I thought I'd put a short video together, or as short as I can make it, of a demonstration of a training wrap that you would use and be useful to you to support your hands during the time that you're trained repetitively punching heavy bags, speed balls, floor ceiling balls, etc. So here goes. Pre-organise your wrap so as the loop end is out and you have checked, not that it really matters because you can turn it over, that the thing says this side down, so you don't have to turn it over at the end. Put the loop on your thumb. Very importantly, for this particular wrap, you run the cloth underneath your wrist. That's your first support, so support once, twice, then come down underneath the palm, like so, and then set yourself up so as you're then putting your first support on the knuckle structure of your hand. What we primarily want to do is support all the bones in your hand and obviously cushion the impact area of your punch, and that is obviously your knuckles. It's amazing how many people I see that just have material all over the place. They've gone through their fingers because they're just trying to look like a boxer. They have paying no regard really to the reason why we're doing this. So over your knuckle. If you've got a medium-sized hand like I would suggest that I have, and a 180-inch wrap, then you want to count how many turns that you're putting. If you've got a medium-sized hand like myself, then maybe carry on and do the same amount that I do, which is 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I wasn't watching the video there, with my hand was actually in the video. So, but 6 times. Please pay attention to make sure that this is all nice and smooth. You haven't got any ruches, ridges or edges on your knuckle. If you do and you punch things repeatedly, guess what? You're going to get a bruise, maybe a sore blister, and then that will stop you training. If you're not training, then you're not gaining. I just made that up. Amazing. So 6 times. Then what I do is on the 6th time, I put my first support on the thumb. So you go straight over the thumb, round the thumb itself. So I'll just roll that again. So over the thumb, round the thumb, like you're lassoing it. Back underneath the palm, come up to the wrist. There, over the top of the wrist. So you've had 2, now you've put in the 3rd support on your wrist. Back underneath the palm. And then you go through the first finger, over what I call the saddle of your hand there, back straight back under, through the 2nd finger. This is when you put your 4th support on your wrist. So you come in under, round the wrist, then you do your last finger, like so. Now, back over the saddle of the hand, back round the wrist here, and then you come through the thumb and the finger, finish up going over the top of the knuckles again. Now, the reason for these parts coming through your fingers is to raise and support the knuckles. Okay, so that's what it's there for. It's not just to look good like professional boxers when we tape up the hands for a fight wrap, different to a training wrap. So finish off going over the knuckles, under the palm. Oh, there you go. over the heel of your hand, back up round your wrist. Now, this is a bit of a technical point, but if you want to, then potentially this is a time where you can put another support on your thumb. So you've just gone from, if I just wind that back again, from the last finger over the knuckle, up over the hand, round the thumb again. You can drop what's left away of the material, then come up. I'm getting a bit older now, so I want to support my wrists from repetitive strike and the impact, if you like, that goes with that. So I want to put more support up the bottom half of my forearm. So do that. If you can see the edge of that wrap there, and then what I do is I run over the top of that to give it some material strength and support. Because my glove ends about here, I bring my wrap up to mimic that. If you're pulling, you can see that I'm just pulling a little bit on the material. All these AIBA approved wraps will have a stretch capability, a bit like a crepe bandage, but obviously better technology. You come up and then loop back down. So I'd work my way up. You can see the ridges coming up. That's there because you get the overlap and the extra strength. And then I can come back down. So again, you see that I'm bringing that down over the top. That then, without creating any too much tension to stop my hands being able to work for me, I then just brought that down, and then I can just finish that off in the center part of my wrist. So the Velcro bit, if you like, is on the center part, and I can just finish that off. If you can sort of see that, now I've got a nice tight, but not too tight, obviously critically, wrap. My knuckles are supported, raised, and are able to go straight into training. Also, if you're going into the warm-up element of your training program, and that includes skipping like it does with us, you can wrap up. That wrap should and will stay together in my experience during the time that it takes you to do 3+ rounds of skipping warm-up, and then you can get the glove on, and then obviously it'll all be secured within the glove. Hope that makes sense. Sorry that's an 8-minute video, but I can't make it any shorter, and I didn't even swear. So my name's Martin, Dynamo Boxing South Croydon, and I hope that's useful. Later.